But if you're going to complain about it, you're only going to get more of it.
Yeah.
See, that's what we have to keep reminding ourselves. All things produce after their own kind. What kind of thinking are you doing at the moment? Do I really look smarter with my glasses on?
Well, well, that's up for a debate. You look smart either way.
Oh, good. Good. Yeah. There's Jonathan Siegel. Jonathan Siegel hanging right up there. Wings outspread.
Yeah.
Did you ever read that?
I have several times. Several
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. It points out everything we're talking about,
It does.
doesn't it?
It does.
But they say, well, it's just a story. It's all just a story because it's not reality. It's only virtual reality. And that's what the book is, a virtual reality. As you think you are. That's it. If you want to examine yourself, that's all you start off with. What am I thinking about? You can do that, can't you? And you can change your mind if you don't like it, can't you? But do you? See, that's the difference that makes the difference. Do you change your mind? And that's all you're told to do. Change your mind, change your will. It didn't say go out and build a high building or something, or build a bridge across the river. It just says change your mind. And actually you can do, you do it every day.
Yeah,
You change your mind probably 100 times a day.
absolutely.
Even when I was going to go to the store to go here and go there and go there. And then I thought, well, if I go to this one first, then the rest of them are on the way back. So I save a little driving time. See, you do that every day. And this is the same thing. If you're thinking on things that are lovely and of good report, well, that's what you experience. But if you're thinking on things that are not lovely and of not good report, you experience in that too, because he's a God of his word. That's the fear they're talking about. God is a God of his word. If he told you don't do it, believe me, you don't want to do it. It's as simple as that. And if he told you to do it, then you want to do it. And he tells you, choose this day. So choose. And you get to choose. See, he's not forcing you. He's not making you good. It's you making you good. And if you don't, you lose. Simple as that. Isn't that simple enough?
It is. It is. One of the challenges is we think that there's big things for God and there's small things for God. There aren't big things and small things for God. There's only God. So whatever we give our attention to, that's what's going to show up, big or small.
That what has your attention has your life. I mean, come on, think about it. Whatever you're paying attention to has your life as long as you're paying attention to it. And if it's a rotten or dumb thing, well, you keep repeating on that too. See, there's plenty to go around for everybody, but you're supposed to choose it. See, you receive not because you choose not. See, you ask not, you don't receive it. And if you do ask it, not feeling that you receive it, see, you're told when you pray, believe that you have received that for which you ask. Well, there you are. If you walked away believing it, then you walked away with it. It's not a future event. It's right now. See, God doesn't play that. He plays what you're saying to yourself. That's what he's playing. And it's like, you can sit and run off these little scenarios in your mind. And I find that that's what most people do. They sit and they run off negative scenarios, which they hated when it happened, and they hate it every time they bring it up. But you get in the habit. You get in the habit of actually destroying yourself. And actually, these bodies were meant to be an awful lot longer than we all destroy them. And me especially. My wife says, yeah, He eats like a junkie, you know. He eats everything he's not supposed to eat and has twice as much. But the thing of it is, I don't think about it as being bad. See, they keep telling me on TV that that's bad for you. That's bad for you. But you see, I don't believe that because I don't believe God made anything that was bad for you. It was all good. But thinking makes it so. So what are you thinking about it? Because that's what you're going to suffer. And God says, I suffer with you, but you behold me not. So there you are. You want God, he's right with you. Talk to him. That's what he says. Just talk to me. I'm talking to you as I'm talking to God. And actually it's wonderful because when I give it to you, I get it too again and again and again. And I always like to keep up with getting it again and again. As a matter of fact, I have these little recorders about this big, and it's like when I give these talks, I record them. And then when I'm laying in bed, before I go to sleep, I'll turn on one of those and listen to it, find agreement with it, see the two agree. And I find agreement with it because I said it. I said it. I'm choosing what I said. So that's what I'm experiencing. And I'm telling you that that's what you're experiencing. So lighten it up a little, you know? Really, that's what you're told. Lighten up. You're told you're the light of the world. Well, lighten up because the dark place is there. You know, the dark place, it's there. And you can enter in and you could say, it's like I said, it's like a hotel and a big wheel. And on the right hand side, there's doors, and on the left hand side, there's doors, and they're all open. I mean, they're not locked. You can open the door, you can look in, you can step in, and you can stay for 10 minutes or a lifetime. But if you didn't like it, then you go back out in the hall and continue your journey. And you just keep, and when you find the right door, wow, it all starts off different. As you think, you are, you do, you have, you be. Remember that. Whether you're choosing what you're thinking or not, see, you're on all the time. And see, I kept forgetting that. Yeah. Every word, not, it doesn't even have to come out of my mouth. All I have to do is think it. See, the theater of mind, the vision of mind is recorded just like everything else you do. But you got a choice. See that? People don't understand. You have a choice. Choose wisely. Doesn't that sound, well, I mean, logical?
It does. It does. But for the person in the world, they ask the question, can you say delusional? They see it as delusional because, again, they see what we call 3D as reality.
It's all a delusion.
Yeah.
You're told to dream the dream. This is the dream. You're dreaming it. Dream lovely and of good report. Don't mess around with those negatives, man. I know they're all around you, but you don't have to choose them. You can look away. You see, he says that you turn to me, turning to God would be turning positive, right?
Absolutely.
So there you are. You have a choice. I mean, you're gonna invite the devil in for coffee and maybe have a conversation that you wind up not liking, but you invited him in. See, he can't come in on his own. He needs you. See, even God needs your permission to help you. He told you, as you forgive, you're forgiven. If you don't forgive yourself, then you're not forgiven by God. What? Yeah, that's right. That's right. You see, you have you have the power. See, he gave you the power to choose this day. Just ask yourself, what are you choosing? See, nah, I chose that. Well,
Mhm.
you're experiencing that. And the only way you're experiencing it is if you chose it. Because God gave you choose this day. And if he gave you choice and you choose, that's what you got. I say it over and over and over as different as I possibly can, but it's the same message. And as a matter of fact, I didn't realize it, but when I wrote this, when I made this paper right here, I didn't realize I was on that road. I didn't. I thought it sounded great, but did I believe it all? Yes, actually, but on a slightly negative side too. See, that's always there. You have to push it away. It's like the things you're supposed to do today, you push it off till tomorrow and it don't get done. See, well, it's the same thing. You have to be present, first person. And you are present first person, whether you're aware of it or not. But not being aware of it, you could be creating all sorts of nonsense. And you'll be experiencing, and you'll be complaining, and then you'll get more to complain about. Hey, it's it's a wonderful system if you get the point of it.
Yeah,
If you don't, you get the point of
experience.
it. Very simple. Let go, let God. That's it. You can't do it. Well, Jesus said it. I of myself can do nothing. This is Jesus saying he of himself can do nothing. It's the Father within him that does it all. Well, it's the same with you. You can do nothing for yourself as you think you are, so you can think different. But if you're not, well, there's no changing anything. You're helpless. As long as you're spitting out those certain ideas, well, you're experiencing them. And God will help you just as completely, just as quickly, just as thoroughly as he would as if it was a prayer of help me. But you got to help yourself. You see, God needs your permission. He doesn't need your help. He just needs your permission because he gave you choose this. And then as long as you're choosing good or otherwise, he can't interfere. So he needs your permission. He doesn't need your help. I mean, if God needed your help, we'd all be in trouble, especially if it was my help. Well, I hope I helped somebody today. You think?
I think you did. I think you did.
Think it did. That's how you
Absolutely.
have to think.
Absolutely.
See,
Matter of
that's
fact,
the whole thing. You have to think that way.
yeah. Matter of fact, I know you did. Yeah.
Well, I convinced me anyway. And that's the one that's the reason why I listened to it really good. Now, you see, actually, I'll have to play this again and listen to it to find out what I said. Really, because this is coming through me, not from me. See, if it was coming from Lindell, well, no, no. You don't want to hear anything that came from Lindell. He had it all wrong. See, it was only when he gave up the controls. See, you're in charge, even if you're out of charge, but you can give up the control by letting go. See, if you let go, you're letting God. But as long as you're running off little scenarios about it, well, it's yours. Okay? Whatever you're playing with, that's what you experience. Yes, it is. I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.